As always with these retro games, a good bulk of the story is just going to be in the manual. So let's begin our journey there. After the events of the first game, Link receives a mark on the back of his hand that will soon become a favorite tattoo of every gamer everywhere. Impa becomes our fountain of knowledge again, and just so happens to share this ancient history that was passed down to her. So, as quickly and as simply as possible, there are 3 characters to the story: King, the Prince, and another Zelda. The manual does very explicitly state that this is a completely different Zelda from the Zelda of the first game. If there's any confusion, I'll call this Zelda AOL Zelda and the other Zelda OG Zelda. Going forward, I feel like that's going to be happening a lot. So the king is worried about his son inheriting the Triforce because of its vague power that we don't really have any details on right now. As a precaution, he splits it up into 3 pieces that should be very familiar to most veterans of the series: Power and Wisdom, which we've already seen in the last game, and a third one, Courage. I wonder if it blew anybody's mind at the time that the Triforce had 3 pieces instead of just 2, or maybe there were some old theories about a secret third Triforce that we didn't know about before Zelda 2 came out. Probably not, but it's hard to find because the internet was just a wee little baby at the time. The Triforces of Power and Wisdom remained, I guess, within Hyrule Castle, not really explicit, but the Triforce of Courage is hidden in a secret temple or palace, specifically the Grand Palace. This Grand Palace is locked behind 6 magical pillars that are located within 6 other palaces, and it only shows itself when these 6 corresponding magical stones are put into place. Impa gives us the stones and takes us to the Northern Palace, where the seal on Link's hand opens up a sealed door and reveals a sleeping AOL Zelda. She tells us that once the king passed and the prince found that he couldn't inherit the entire Triforce, he confronted Zelda. Even though the king told her this secret before he had passed, Zelda refused to tell the prince. And as a result, an evil wizard appeared and cast AOL Zelda into an eternal sleep. The wizard then died, and the prince became very remorseful. He sealed the sleeping Zelda here and decrees that all future princesses should carry the name Zelda. With new resolve and a new princess to rescue, Link sets off to save a new Zelda and a new land of Hyrule.
Wow! If I had a nickel for every time I
Had to save Zelda and the kingdom of Hyrule from the clutches of evil.
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?